Hello and welcome to our weekly study of Chinese culture. I'm William, and today our speaker is Professor Cui. Professor Cui is an expert on the subject of the Book of Changes. He is also a visiting professor at Tsinghua University. 欢迎大家来到英语国学堂，我是楚志成。我们今天的主讲人是崔教授。崔教授是中国易学界的著名学者，也是清华大学的客座教授。Now let us welcome Professor Cui to talk about the Book of Changes. 现在有请崔教授给我们讲些关于易经的知识。
大家好，今天我主要想介绍一下关于河图的用处。
Hello everybody. Today we will be talking about the applications of the river map.
关于河图的用处，从宏观上来讲，可以说是4个方面。
From a basic format, we can say that the river map has altogether around 4 basic applications.
首先来说，中国的古代的伏羲氏是根据河图的图案画出的先天八卦。
First of all, that the one concept we have to understand is that Fuxi Shi was used the river map to construct the 8 trigrams.
第二点就是河图告诉了我们天地人之4象的关系。
The second point is that the river map tells us the relationships between heaven, earth, and man.
大家可以看这张图，过去我们也曾经看到过这个河图啊，这个河图它的外围啊就是6、7、8、9。
As you can see, this picture, I think we showed it to you before. Over here you can see the 6, 7, 8, and 9 numbers.
在6、7、8、9的数字中，我们说单数为阳，双数为阴。
For these 4 numbers, we say that even numbers are sort of yin, and then the odd numbers are yang.
那么也就是说，6呢为阴，而且是太阴。
Over here you can see on the bottom there is 6. It is said to be the old yin or the great yin.
为什么6为太阴呢？也就是说，我们说天地之间的关系是天3地2，所以呢，我们的地呢为3个2，也就是说更偏阴一些，我们叫太阴。
Why is 6 the old yin or great yin? Well, it's because the basic principle of heaven and earth. As you can remember, heaven is 3, and then the earth is 2. So 6 is made up of 3 2s, and so that's a lot of yin. That's why it's old yin or great yin.
我们如果偏阳偏得特别的厉害，偏到极致，那么也就是说是3个天，也就是3个3，所以9代表太阳。
Over here you can see 9, which is also known as old yang or great yang. Why is 9 old yang or great yang? Because, as you remember, I just told you the heavens is 3. So 3 3s, that's a lot of yang. That's why it's called old yang or great yang.
但是我们说客观事物，并不都是偏阳就偏到极致，偏阴就偏到极致。
But normally, not all things are either extremely yang or extremely yin.
而在相当多的情况下，是稍微偏阳，或者是稍微偏阴。
Mostly, things are either a bit to the yang side or a bit to the yin side.
那么如果是稍微偏阳，我们就叫少阳。
If, say, something is a little bit to the yang side, then we say that it is little yang.
这个少阳，我们是用7来表示。
This little yang is represented by the number 7, as you can see here.
但是也有可能呢，它是稍微偏阴。
There's another possibility that that thing is a little bit to the yin side.
如果是稍微偏阴呢，我们就是用8来表示，叫少阴。
If something is a little to the yin side, we use the number 8 to represent it, and we call it the little yin.
但是我们在实际应用中，我们对于这种四象的关系，就是天的四象和地的四象和人的四象，用不同的方式加以表示。
We sometimes use the 4 phenomenons, which are the 4 phenomenons of man, the 4 phenomenons of heaven, and the 4 phenomenons of the earth to represent these.
那么我们说天之四象为日月星辰。
Now the 4 phenomenons of the heavens or sky is the sun, the moon, the stars, and space debris.
而地之四象为水火土风。
And the 4 phenomenons of earth are water, fire, earth, and wind.
而人的四象为精气神魂。
While the 4 phenomenons of a person are his essence, his chi, his soul, and his spirit.
我们还会在以后的讲座中详细的阐述关于四象的概念。
In some of our future sessions, we'll be talking about more on the subject of the 4 phenomenons.
我们从河图中，我们看到的第3个用处，就是用于人的高度的养生。
The third use of the river map is a high level of cultivation.
最高级的养生，可以说就是修内丹。
Now, the highest level of cultivation is known as the cultivation of the inner alchemy.
我们所说的内丹，也就是精气神。
What we call the inner alchemy is also known as the essence, spirit, and soul.
这是一种非常高深的易学与道学相结合的修炼方法。
This is a very important sort of cultivation because it kind of blends together the Book of Changes and the concepts of cultivation in Taoism.
河图的第4个用处，可以说它可以用于观察世界的一切事物。
The fourth use of the river map is we can use it as a perspective.
也就是在这个河图中能够反映出来人们看待世界一切事物的4种方法。第一个方法就是站在万物的角度看万物。
The river map can reflect on 4 different perspectives of our many different perspectives, and the first perspective is using a sort of heavenly or universal perspective.
站在万物的角度上看万物，万物为万物。
We're standing on a universal perspective and looking or observing the world. We see the world as the world, the relationships and the ties that bonds them together, that bonds all the matter and all things on our world together.
如果我们系统的说，应该说是第一种为站在天地的角度上看万物，才真正的是万物。
So, there is actually using a heavenly or universal way to look at the world is actually only one part of a sort of perspective, of a major perspective. This major perspective is using the world, like using the universe as in the universe. to look at the world.
那么，如果站在万物的角度上看天地呢？
What if we use the perspective of a worldly perspective to look at the universe?
那么天地也为万物。
Then the universe would also be part of the world.
那么，如果我们用人的目，就是用人的眼睛啊和心去看万物，当然我们用心去看万物，高于用目看万物。
Another perspective is by using simply your eyes. Using your eyes to see something is not as good or not as observing as, say, using your heart to observe something.
当然，第四种看万物的方法，更能够看到万物的实质，就是站在义理的角度上看万物。
By using the heart to observe something, you can see the basic forms, what makes it up, what's in it, what does it contain. But there's a higher level by using a philosophical way of looking at things. This way you can see the nature of something.
也可以理解为用义理和道的角度上看万物，才能真正看到万物的内质。
We can also say that by using this this perspective seeing things, we can also call it the Tao, a Tao way of looking at things.
我想今天呢，先呢讲到这里，关于我们河图去来主要的四大用处，我们下次再继续讲，再见。
We will thank you all for listening, and we will end now. In our future sessions, we'll be talking more on the river map.